Hi, I'm Sebi, and today I'm going to be showing you how to add simple fractions that have different denominators.
Okay, so just before we start, I want to point out some important things to remember. The first thing is you always need to find a common denominator when solving an addition problem with simple fractions. One way to get a quick common denominator is just to multiply the two denominators together. But the thing is, when you're adding with fractions with big denominators, it kind of gets tricky. The third thing is, when you find a common denominator, you need to remember to multiply the numerator by the number you multiplied the denominator with to get the common denominator. The last thing is, when you're finished, always remember to reduce the fraction if possible. Okay, so here's our first problem. 7/9 plus 4/6. So the first thing I said is that we need to find a common denominator. So a common denominator for 9 and 6 would be 18. The third thing I said is that we need to multiply the numerator by what we multiplied the denominator with to get the common denominator. So I multiplied 9 by 2 to get 18. So that means I have to multiply 7 by 2 as well. So that would be 14. I multiplied 6 by 3 to get 18. That means I have to multiply 4 by 3 as well. So that would be 12. Now we just have to add the two numerators together. That would be 26 over 18. Now this is an improper fraction, so we should make it into a mixed number. So that would be 1 and 8, 18. The last thing I said is that we should always reduce the problem if possible. So that would be 1 and 4/9. And this is our final answer. Okay, so here's our second problem. 51 over 63 plus 32 over 42. Now the first thing I said is that we need to find a common denominator. So a common denominator for 63 and 42 would be 126. Now the third thing I said is that we need to remember to multiply the numerator by what we multiplied the denominator with to get the common denominator. So I multiplied 63 by 2 to get 126. So I need to multiply 51 by 2 as well. So that would be 102. Now I times 42 by 3 to get 126. That means I need to times 32 by 3 as well. So that would be 96. And now we just add the numerators. That would be 198 over 126. So right now it's a improper fraction. Now we should make it into a mixed number. That would be 1 and 72 over 126. Now the last thing I said is that we always need to reduce the fraction if possible. So I can see that 18 goes into 72 and 126. 18 goes into 72 4 times, and 18 goes into 126 7 times. Now here is our final answer. Thank you for watching.